All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is Wednesday, June 30th, 2021. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me. Let's talk market, shall we? My apologies for not doing it yesterday, but here we are today, rocking and rolling. Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It's a little white logo of ours. Click on that, like our videos, turn on notifications. Comment on our post, subscribe to our channel. Really do appreciate it as always. Helps the channel grow. More great things to come. Dow futures down 61 points. NASDAQ down 7, basically flat. S&P down 5. Russell 2000 down about 9 points. Crude oil is at 73.90 a barrel. I'm still watching that 75 level, possibly to go long. Gold futures down about 0.28%. Silver futures down 0.38%. And let's see here. Euro dollars down 15 pips, 118.80, 110.65, up 12 pips for the dollar yen for my forex people. Let's take a look at yields. 1.46%, down about 20 basis points. Let's see, the VIX is up 3%. It was up 4.48% earlier, and the dollar index is up 0.12%. Okay, let's see what we got for today. Okay, so a couple things happened today. Constellation Brands reported earnings. They did beat. They were up higher earlier today, but they just reported an agreement with Goldman Sachs to buy back 500 million shares of Class A shares. That's STC Constellation Brands. Also, Bed Bath & Beyond also had a report today. They were up nearly 8% after boosting their outlook. Right now, they're up about 30 cents, or about 1% pre-market. Let's see what else is moving here. Micron is also moving pre-market. They are up as well. I have calls, the 85 calls ahead of earnings. We should be able to clock that this morning and then probably leave a runner or a couple of contracts for the report after the bell. Looking at Apple, we caught that yesterday, the 136 strike. We are in the money, but we already took the profits. Level you want to watch for is 137.13. If that does break, take a look at the daily. We really have all the way up to all-time highs of 145.09. So again, finally breaking out of this channel here. Some good news as well. The S&P 500 will close today to its second best first half of the year since 1998. That's pretty great news. So again, if you're a stock market bull, you're a happy person today. Your portfolio is looking pretty nice. And it's just getting started as Q3 starts to ramp up. And then we have earnings reports coming around, starting around July 18th, July 20th. So again, Q3 is going to be one of that thing where your patience will be paid off. Definitely. I'm looking for mega cap stocks like an Apple to continue to run to all-time highs. Microsoft already at all-time highs. Facebook at all-time highs. Google near all-time highs. Amazon and Apple are the ones that are pretty much just range bound. I expect Amazon to break as well. Even Netflix, part of the FANG, if you want to call it that, you could see once it fills that gap here, 546.59, it should break above 570, and then 570 to around 600 a share. I believe that would be your all-time high. I want to make sure that is the all-time high. So there you go. So expecting those names to start moving. NVIDIA, all-time highs, we know that. Great company ahead of their stock split. AMD has more room to run as well. It's right now at 91.26 pre-market. The highs were 99.23. I expect that to break in Q3 with solid earnings. Again, all these mega cap techs that were rotated out in the second quarter for value, again, like a JPM, you can see coming back down a little bit. You can see Citibank coming down a little bit. Goldman Sachs coming down a little bit. I don't expect banks to absolutely tank, but again, the one thing you want to look at for the tailwind for the banks is the fact that if rates do rise on the future, that reflation trade, banks will bounce back. But I expect industrials, materials, and banks to take a little step back. I expect energy to continue its run up. So I expect XLE to break that 56 level. Once it does, that would be probably above $75 a barrel. We have today's inventory reports from the Department of Energy. If it shows a actually a larger than expected or less than expected inventories, then we'll expect energy to go up. So 75 is my level for crude oil to see what we get. Let's see what else today. JPM on rates, nothing. That's basically it so far, what I'm seeing. So let's answer some questions and go from there. Morning, Carlos. Do you use Bloomberg Terminal? I don't. I don't use a Bloomberg Terminal. That's like $25,000 a year. That's more if you're more of a fixed income trader, trading bonds and what have you. So we don't do that. I mean, the only thing we'll trade on bonds is TLT. But other than that, for equities, Thinkorswim is free at the end of the day. I mean, obviously you pay commissions for options, but for stocks you don't. But again, if you like Thinkorswim, this platform, open a TD Ameritrade account, put $100 in there, buy a stock that you like, and then use this for free. It's a great tool to see a bunch of things that you want to see. But again, there's a lot of freebies out there. I mean, FinViz, they have an elite version. They have an elite version that I pay for. Koyfin is a great one as well. That's free of charge. That's Koyfin. That's kind of like a Bloomberg-esque. Doesn't have the exact look, but again, you'll get almost the same information. So feel free to use some free tools out there in order to kind of get the same benefit. Thoughts on Workhorse now set for a run? Let's take a look at Workhorse here. I saw some open interest on Workhorse today. It is trading now at 1704. It is down pre-market, but looking at it here, it is above the 50. If it breaks 1859, sure, I could see it make a run. Absolutely, there is a gap to fill at 3115. Really, the 200-day moving average on the daily is right around 1981. So just keep an eye on that. Thoughts on BA and Workhorse? Yeah, I just answered Workhorse. Let's take a look at BA. BA is an industrial. I believe United bought some planes from them. They're up slightly pre-market. I own shares. Haven't really traded it much, but again, you can see it's testing support here. So again, if you're trying to buy calls, I'd weigh a little more, maybe possibly 242 to take that 50-day moving average. But until then, I'd kind of wait it out. Tesla breakout. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday on the aftermarket recap. Again, right now it's kind of hugging that 50-day. We do have the report on deliveries this week. I saw a lot of volume on the 690s and the 700s and the 680s for this week. Again, it's a gamble, don't get me wrong. But again, they're not too expensive either. But again, I'm expecting that 700 to break. With solid deliveries, yeah, it'll break 700 this week. Would I risk it? Just be very careful. That's all. Just be very careful. Thoughts on TLT puts? TLT puts means you're expecting that bond yields would rise. I don't see that happening. So again, I would not go into puts here. I would just kind of stay neutral on TLT. Thoughts versus SPY options before NFP? It depends on how you're looking. If you're looking that NFP misses, then yeah, SPY puts may actually go against you. So again, the expectation is that we have better employment, and then the Fed will have the mandate to raise rates. So again, sometimes good news is bad news, and bad news is good news. So it's a tough one. So I would not trade it. If you're looking for a trade ahead of NFP and you're expecting good numbers of NFP, like an ADP today, then I would say the banks would probably be the best way to go. They get a lot of juice right after NFP. Looking to add existing Amazon position, should I wait or wait for a pullback? What about Google? Google, I think you should just add here. It's a great company to own. Amazon, it's a good position here. I mean, I expect it to move anyways. So again, you're right here, right below this kind of triple top. Amazon's not a bad place to buy shares here. Google, not a bad place to add shares either. Again, I would have waited for 23.47, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're just going to get a continuation to Q3. So again, if you're looking to add to some tech, this would probably be the opportunity to do so. Maybe wait for Friday if you get a little bit of a dip. Maybe save yourself a 0.5% or 1% if you get a dip. NIO buying shares since 43. NIO is a great company. I own it, and I've been buying dips as well. So I still see that NIO will hit all-time highs as well, of around $67. DKNG and Uber. I love DKNG long-term. I had a question from our investment club regarding DKNG and Penn. They were saying, oh, why is it kind of treading water, not doing so well? Well, the main thing is that gambling season, guys, we know what's the big money maker in gambling. It's going to be football season. So again, I expect them in the fall, right around September, October, where DraftKings and Penn will start picking up more steam. Again, the casual bettor is probably not going to start looking at baseball to bet on. It's a lot to kind of deal with. And in regards to basketball, again, a lot of star players are hurt. Kawhi Leonard's hurt. Trae Young is hurt. Now Giannis is hurt. So again, they're already going to have the same kind of clientele buying betting. So we know that. But what they want to get is the casual viewer, the casual bettor. So what better place to do the casual betting? Obviously, it's football season. So I think once the NFL season and college football season starts, DraftKings and Penn will start picking up. Thoughts on Plug? I had that question the other day. Plug I don't own. Again, I'd rather be in Blink. Again, nothing against Plug, obviously, but again, the price action isn't the best. So again, I don't own it. Take that as what you will. But to trade it here on the daily, you're right below the 100-day. Maybe if you break that level, fine. But right now, maybe a break of 36, you could probably do something. But until right now, you don't do anything. SpyG still the play. SpyG is still the play. I definitely love SpyG long term. C3AI. I don't know what's that symbol, so you'd have to show me. But AI is a future one. Again, you can put that in your speculation bucket. I have no issues with that. Do you think we hit 60 soon? 60 soon on NIO? Yeah, I do expect that in the Q3. Absolutely. Boeing, same thing. I talked about it earlier. Again, I love the stock, but again, industrials are taking a little bit of a slide. So again, I expect tech to kind of take off. Industrials, financials, materials, they'll take a little bit of a backseat, Boeing included. But again, gives you some opportunities. Maybe if you get to around 201, again, not the craziest thing in the world. Maybe 214 would be a nice place to buy some. So I'm going to move my here this level here, my alert to 214. If 214.69 does hit, I'll definitely add to my position on Boeing. Again, this is more short term than anything else. If you're an investor, you're not doing anything. You're just enjoying your gains. But again, if you're looking for like kind of some discounts, some buying opportunities, again, set your alerts on some moving averages on the daily, and then you'll be better off. Airbnb, I own shares in that company as well. Let's take a look here. Airbnb right now is rejecting the 50-day moving average on the daily. Not the best in the world, but again, I'm waiting for an alert of 121.50. If that does break, I will add more shares of Airbnb. So again, if you're an investor right now, you're not doing anything. You're enjoying your profits. You're seeing a lot of green on your board, which is nice. If you are a trader, then again, you're starting to see which sectors are starting to move. What rotation are we getting? Again, we're not very clear on exactly NFP. On Friday, we want to see exactly what happens. I kind of broke it down what the Fed might do. So again, really the main two things I'm watching, again, probably three real sectors are energy, financials, and tech. Those are the three I'm really watching. Tech I expect to boost in the Q3, especially with strong earnings. And then we also have energy. Again, if crude oil /CL breaks 75, I'll probably go long on that. And then of course you can take a look at XLE, you can take a look at XOM for some possible trades there. And then financials, again, if we have strong employment, financials will start to gain. So again, keep that in mind as you're kind of trading the macro. AI. Again, yeah, AI. If you're putting that in your portfolio, I don't have any issues against it. Again, you're thinking ahead. You're thinking far ahead. You're thinking years ahead. That's totally cool. You're thinking like a space or one of those things like that. Again, that's pure speculation bucket. If you want to buy here, it's a really good price, 64.42 on the daily. Again, you're getting a nice discount from the highs from 183. So again, it could be a nice move if you really believe in the company. I haven't done any deep dive on AI on the company itself. So I'd have to take a look at the fundamentals and take a look at their cash flow, take a look at their growth, cash burn, everything. But just looking at the chart, it's a nice discount if you're trying to trade, if you're trying to own it long term. Last one, where are you buying FB at? I want to add more, but it's turning. Yeah, again, Facebook, I have an alert at 315.63. That thing just absolutely took off. I own some shares. Obviously, I own shares with SpyG. So Facebook is incredibly, incredibly profitable and very cheap in the terms of price earning ratio. Probably one of the cheapest and probably the best profit margins among the big boys. So again, I think Facebook has room to run to 400 in about 12 months, if anything. But for right now, again, you're waiting for a discount if you're trying to add some more. You wouldn't want to add here at 351 anyways. Again, unless you're buying these shares, thinking to yourself that I'm not going to touch them for about a year. If that's your idea, sure, no problem. Then here's a good time to buy. Long-term position, yep. Baidu, again, Baidu is knocking on the door right at that breakout level. It's down a little bit pre-market. Again, price action has been a little wonky for the most part, but again, 209.17 breaks, then we should get above 211, and then that's the level I've been looking for a breakout. If that does happen, then the real target is right around 219. So again, I may just, if that breaks 209.17 and 210, I may just go in for next week calls to 219.09 because it definitely has some juice. You can see this nice bounce back there. Square is a great company. Love it long term as well. I expect them to move as well. Again, on the daily, still needs a little more love, but on the hourly, you could see has been slowly but surely going. The premiums on that gets a little crazy as well. A lot of IV on a Square. So kind of be careful if you're trading it. Maybe buy some longer term expiries, but it's a great company to own. CRM, one of the better cloud companies to own. But again, the price action is very choppy. I think the best bet is Amazon or Microsoft. That would be your third. But a break of 250.44 would give us room to 260, 266. So again, if you're looking for a nice price on CRM, probably this is it, because as long as you get below 250, I believe it's a buy if you want to own it. My two main cloud companies are Amazon and Microsoft, so I don't feel the need to just add more on CRM. You're welcome. Airbnb, yeah, same thing. I talked about that Airbnb already. I own shares. It's below the 50-day moving average on the daily. Keep in mind. So again, if you're looking for a position or possibly to add, 121.50 is your best bet. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. A lot of questions. You guys came in ready for me, so I'm going to go and get ready for the live trading session. We didn't have one yesterday. We're going to do it today. They actually got a freebie yesterday. I told them to get into Apple calls, and they actually caught it. So that's great news. I'm going to go ahead and catch up with them. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you guys soon. Cheers.